On November 24, 1971, a mysterious man stepped onto a plane in Portland, Oregon, and committed one of the most audacious crimes in American history. This man, known only as D.B. Cooper, would go on to hijack a plane, extort $200,000, and vanish into thin air, leaving behind a trail of questions that remain unanswered to this day. How did he do it? Where did he go? And who was D.B. Cooper? Welcome to the Daily Adrenalin Shot. Join us as we unravel the enigma of one of the greatest mysteries in aviation history. It's Thanksgiving Eve, November 24, 1971, at Portland International Airport. A man calling himself Dan Cooper purchases a one-way ticket on Northwest Orient Airlines Flight 305 from Portland, Oregon to Seattle, Washington. He pays $20 in cash and boards the Boeing 727, carrying a briefcase and wearing a black suit, white shirt, black tie and a raincoat, a typical business traveler, or so it seemed. Little did anyone know that this name would soon become synonymous with mystery. Flight 305, a short 30-minute hop, takes off at 2:50 p.m. with 36 passengers and 6 crew members aboard, including flight attendants Florence Schaffner and Tina Mucklow, who would soon play pivotal roles in this unfolding drama. Cooper takes seat 18C, lights a cigarette, yes, you could smoke on planes back then, and orders a bourbon and soda just to relax. At 3 p.m. just after takeoff, Cooper hands a note to flight attendant Florence Schaffner. Assuming it's another passenger's attempt to flirt, she tucks it into her pocket without a glance. But Cooper leans in and whispers, "Miss, you'd better look at that note, I have a bomb." Schaffner reads the note and sits beside Cooper, where he discreetly opens his briefcase to reveal red cylinders and wires, what looked like a bomb. This was no ordinary flight anymore. It was the stage for a meticulously planned hijacking. He makes his demands, $200,000 in cash, 4 parachutes, and a fuel truck standing by in Seattle for refueling. Calmly, he insists that the plane continue its journey, assuring Schaffner that everyone would remain safe as long as his instructions are followed. Captain William A. Scott and the crew had no choice but to comply, informing Seattle-Tacoma Airport and Northwest Airlines about Cooper's demands. The passengers remain unaware, as the crew tells them there's a minor mechanical issue. Remarkably, the passengers were largely unaware of the gravity of the situation, informed only of a mechanical issue delaying their landing. As Flight 305 circled purposely around the Seattle's skies, the FBI and Northwest Orient Airlines rushed to meet the hijackers' demands. They assembled a ransom of $200,000 in used $20 bills, carefully packed to ensure they weighed no more than 21 pounds. At 5:39 p.m., Flight 305 lands at Seattle-Tacoma International Airport, where Cooper's requests are met. He allows the passengers to deplane in exchange for the ransom and parachutes. As the plane refuels, the FBI scrambles to gather clues, desperate to stop a criminal who seems to be in complete control. Only the flight crew and 2 attendants, Tina Mucklow and Florence Schaffner, were retained on board for the next leg of his audacious plan. Why did Cooper request 4 parachutes? Speculation was rife. Was he planning to take hostages? The additional parachutes ensured that authorities couldn't sabotage them without risking the lives of potential jumpers. With the ransom secured and the passengers safely disembarked, Cooper instructed the pilot to chart a course for Mexico City, but with specific flight parameters. He demanded the aircraft fly below 10,000 feet at a speed no greater than 200 knots, and that the landing gear remain deployed. These unusual conditions were key to Cooper's escape plan. At 7:40 p.m. the plane takes off again, heading southward into the cold, dark sky, accompanied by 2 F-106 fighter jets. But Cooper isn't heading for Mexico. Somewhere over southwestern Washington, little did anyone know that this was just the beginning of Cooper's daring escape. At approximately 8:13 p.m., somewhere over the dense forests and rugged terrain of Washington state, in an astonishing feat, Cooper lowered the rear stairway and leapt into the stormy abyss, clutching the ransom money and wearing one of the parachutes. The crew felt a sudden change in cabin pressure, marking Cooper's descent into the annals of unsolved mysteries. The moment Cooper vanished, the largest manhunt in U.S. history was launched. The FBI combed the rugged terrain of southwestern Washington, focusing on the Lewis River, Ariel, and Lake Merwin areas. But despite their best efforts, no trace of Cooper or the ransom was found. Hundreds of FBI agents along with military personnel covered the potential drop zone. They searched from the air and ground, scouring the dense forests, rivers and fields where Cooper could have landed. Yet, No parachute, no body, and no evidence of Cooper were discovered. The FBI launched one of the most extensive manhunts in history, codenamed Norjack, in a bid to capture the elusive hijacker. Hundreds of agents scoured the suspected landing area, yet D.B. Cooper's fate remained shrouded in mystery. For years, theories about Cooper's landing zone and escape circulated. Some believed he perished in the wilderness. Others were convinced he managed to escape and live in anonymity. Theories abounded, but concrete evidence was scarce. As per an expert, the terrain was incredibly rough, and it was a stormy night. If Cooper did survive the jump, he had to be an expert skydiver. But we have no records of his parachute, making it a complete mystery. How he knew this particular flight maneuver and speed is ideal for escape. Was he a disgruntled airline employee, or perhaps a military veteran with survival skills? Some say there are numerous theories about Cooper's identity, but none have provided definitive answers. The fact that he was never found suggests he either didn't survive the jump or managed to blend seamlessly into society afterward. Later in 1980, a significant clue surfaced. A young boy named Brian Ingram found $5,800 in deteriorated $20 bills along the Columbia River near Tina Bar, Washington. The serial numbers matched the ransom money, rekindling interest but raising more questions than answers. While the search for Cooper's whereabouts continued, the FBI turned its attention to uncovering his identity. Sketches were made, and over the years, they investigated hundreds of suspects, ranging from seasoned criminals to military veterans, each with varying degrees of plausibility. The name D.B. Cooper itself was a mistake. The media ran with it after a suspect, D.B. Cooper from Oregon, was mistakenly linked to the hijacker. The real culprit used the alias Dan Cooper, a name inspired by a comic book character, a Canadian paratrooper known for daring escapades. This detail adds another layer of intrigue to the mystery. One of the most prominent suspects was Richard Floyd McCoy, an Army veteran who hijacked a plane in a similar fashion in 1972. But McCoy was ruled out due to lack of evidence linking him directly to the Cooper case. Another suspect was Kenneth Christensen, a former Northwest Orient Airlines employee. His brother reported that Kenneth had money issues and expressed a desire to solve them mysteriously. Despite compelling circumstantial evidence, no direct link was ever established. Other theories ranged from Dwayne Weber, who allegedly confessed on his deathbed, to William Gossett, a military survival expert. Yet despite exhaustive investigations, none of these suspects could be definitively tied to the mysterious hijacker. Despite the passage of time, Pause 1S, the mystery remains unsolved. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the Daily Adrenaline Shot YouTube channel for more stories from the world of exploration, discovery, and secrets. This channel spreads no hatred but love and facts only. See you again with another interesting topic. Till then, bye.